Okay, so I saw everybody blowing me up. They were blowing up my inbox, blowing up my comments, blowing up my Twitter, blowing up my Discord, everything. I saw that there were some patch notes that are leaked. I haven't taken a look at any of them. I've just been told Magic was nerfed, so I'm going to prepare myself, but I'm not. I'm sitting here. I'm gonna wait with bated breath, but I don't think it's going to be as bad as some people might be making it out to be. We will see how big it is. But we're gonna go over all of them. They were leaked. This is a little early. The patch drops for on the 21st for those of you that are uninformed and are just stopping in and hearing about this news now. So we're gonna go ahead and go. I'm a little bit later to the game than others, but regardless, I'm gonna make a video on it. So, starting off with the full list of patch notes, it's going to be Venom. Venom's Frenzied Arrival ability now features an inward knockback at a specific angle, making it more effective in controlling enemy positioning. Additionally, the ultimate energy cost has been reduced, so it just seems like an all-around buff and a quality of life change. This is fine. Venom right now in the current meta that stands with triple support, feels kind of hard to play. Kind of just feels like a walking like ultimate charge unit. He's not bad by any means. It's just the current state of the game is kind of holding him back a little bit more than people kind of like realize. Venom himself has a pretty good kit if he's playing it at 2-2-2, but right now there's just not really any there's no incentive in playing him. Cap, character I quite like a lot and I think is super duper underrated. Captain America's defensive utility has been improved with Absolute Will now being usable while jumping. Okay. Additionally, his projectile speed, or his projectile attack vibranium energy saw has been enhanced for better speed and effectiveness. Added the ability to use absolute will for defense during jumping. Um, increased from 60 to 80 meter. Holy crap, bro! Ejection speed increased from 100 to 150. So this thing's gonna be damn near, dude. This thing's gonna feel like a mantis projectile. This thing's gonna be fast as shit. Oh my god, that is actually huge. That's way better. For those of you that don't know, him throwing out his shield as well is going to allow him to do more damage per second because he's going to return it to his hand faster. So he's actually going to be able to make it so he can cancel this much quicker, and it's going to go much faster through the air. It's also going to make his like animation cancels with the shield a lot better as well. That's kind of crazy. That's actually a good buff. That's a good change. Thor. Thor is a character. I think his ultimate is, in my opinion, the toughest part to use in his kit, but we'll see. Thor's Rune Awakening ability no longer has a cooldown after the duration. Really? Okay, so he's just gonna get to right after Rune Awakening, his stuff's just instantly back. Like he's just able to start using cooldowns again. That's crazy. That's actually wild. Okay, that's a big quality of life change for sure. That's a big one I was not expecting. Groot wall placement range has been slightly extended. Interesting. That's a weird one. Allowing for better positioning and area control. Wall placement range increased from 15 to 18. Small change, not really that crazy, but it's a little bit interesting that they actually did buff it. Magneto's primary attack has been buffed for more damage, but the energy cost of his curtain ability has been raised. Primary attack damage increased from 35 to 40. Curtain energy costs increased from 50 to 65. That's a change, man. And the duration adjusted from 2 to 1.5, huh? Interesting. Okay. Definitely mixed opinions on this one, but I think Magneto is plenty strong, so yeah, I didn't want him to get buffed massively. Strange getting a nerf to his HP, no complaints here. This character is really good. Very dominant. He's played in literally every match, so they probably actually could have gone even further, but I'm okay with them changing the small stuff. Holy crap, that's a novel. Holy shit. Okay. Iron Fist has received multiple changes, including a higher base HP, stronger healing from Harmony recovery. However, some of his combo attacks have been toned down. So they want to make his survivability higher, but they want to make him do less damage. Harmony recovery bonus HP provided from 50 to 150 with decay at 25 a second. Really? That's a huge change because the problem with Iron Fist wasn't even the fact that he didn't do damage. He did fine damage. He just died. His character just explodes so easy. That's why in low elo he's so good, is because nobody knows how to kill people. Dragon's defense HP converted from block increased to from 150 to 200. That's big. That's a lot bigger than it reads. Base HP increased 250 to 300. Wow. This guy's going 150 plus 200. 3 Bros, he's gonna have 650 HP whenever he's at full stacks. Really? When he's at full? First, second, and fifth attack damage reduced from 32 to 30. Third, fourth damage reduced from 16 to 15. So the damage nerf is a bit like it sucks a little bit for him, but like this is such a big return. Like this is way bigger. Even honestly, 250 to 300 HP is a big return. Now he's getting all this bonus HP just for free. This is crazy. Cooldown time of each hit to reduce the combo attack speed increased from 1 to 1.5, and the damage of each hit of Sun Punch decreased from 19 to 10. That's a big one. 19 to 10, so it's almost cut in half. Each hit of Sun Punch adds 1.7%. Oh! Oh, they wanted to... Oh! So they take the damage away from here, but they buff this so that way he actually now does damage to tanks. I actually like this. I actually think this is a really, really decent change. I think we're going to see a lot more of this character. Right now in high elo, this character's never seen. I think his character's just like... People tell me he's underrated, but nobody plays him. So I can't really... I'll believe it when I see it, but this character... He was mid. I hate to break it to you. Stop coping. This character was pretty ass for the most part. But this is a good change for people that actually like Iron Fist. Might be seeing a bit of Iron Fist, like, nerfs, or, like, bans soon. We'll see. Fantastic! Mr. Fantastic's flexible elongation ability now has a larger spell field and knocks enemies outward. Huh. Brainiac bounce damage has been increased, but at a higher energy cost? Mr. Fantastic. Flexible elongation spell field increased from 2.5 to 5 meters. That's huge. That's pretty good. Now knocks enemies outwards after landing. Charge increased from 8 seconds to 10. Okay. Damage increased from 50 to 70. So that should scale as well. This scales with each bounce. So I would imagine that he gets the extra 20 on the other bounces, I think, or maybe like an extra 5, like, because I think 100 damage is what he actually ends up being at for the last bounce. So I wonder if this actually increases that. Energy cost increased from 2,800 to 3,400. Okay, that's a bit crazy. Damage starts decaying at 3 meters to a max of 50 damage at 10. 28 to 34, huh? Okay, that's a weird one. Iron Man's Unibeam gets a power boost. They buffed Iron Man. Increase from 120 to 140 per second. Whoa, whoa. Really? So I guess they're doing this in preparation of, like, the seasonal buff going away, maybe. They want to see how he does, like... Because I guess that is a big issue. With Hulk being banned so often in high elo, you don't see Iron Man, ever. You still don't see Iron Man unless Hulk is, like, there. I think what they're trying to do is get away from that. So I guess we'll see. I don't know if Hulk is nerfed on this list or maybe the buff is nerfed. But this is at least going to give you more incentive to actually want to play this character. Because right now, let's just be completely realistic here, right? Playing Iron Man without, you know, Hulk buff there, essentially you're playing him because you can kill Cloak and Dagger, and that's about it. And that, you know, that just doesn't cut it all the time. This is an interesting change, though. I'll have to see this in game before I actually have a... I imagine this is going to hurt. This is going to feel really shit. Armor Overdrive increased from 80 to 180 to 190. They might have just not even had to change this, though, for the Overdrive whenever... I don't know. We'll see. This is a pretty interesting change, though. 10 damage is not something to, you know, say who cares at. Hawkeye. Health increased slightly, but his explosive arrow damage is reduced to balance things out. Whereas anybody actually... I don't know. Hawkeye players, tell me if people are actually using explosive arrow. I've never seen this ability used. Ultimate now charges faster. This is a shit change. Why? This character's still strong. Why are we buffing him? Why are we buffing this character? He's still so good. He can still one-tap you. Well, this is a dumb dog shit change. Why are we doing this? His ultimate now charges faster. This character, if he's good and played in high elo, is still admin. He's server admin tier. I don't get it. That's dumb. Increase from 250 to 275, whatever. I mean, that sucks for, like, Magik, for sure. Like, that sucks for all dives, just being realistic. Because this character can one-shot you, and the value, like, having to do that on some of these points, it doesn't, you know... Some of these points in this game, the nerf that he got last patch just doesn't really matter. Damage increased from 20 to 15. I don't really know if this was a big thing. Spell field damage increased from 25 to 32. I don't really know if I don't know if this ability was good. Crescent slash cooldown decreased to 12 seconds, so he's getting another thing of survivability on top of that. Bow. Wait, what? I thought they were buffing his ultimate now charges faster. So he just gets more charge. So he just gets more for doing damage, I guess. Ultimate bow charge speed is accelerated. Draw speed increased from 1.2 to 1.35. Whatever. I don't care about that. This is a little scary though. The ultimate now charges faster. That frightens me a little bit because I don't know, like people that were not here in season 0 playing against Hawkeye last patch was not fun. So we'll see. Storm's range damage gets toned down slightly, but her team aura now provides a better boost. Okay. Windblade damage at 30 meters reduced from 70 to 60%. Okay. Self boost from 16 to 12. Oh, that's fine. Team boost. Okay, so they made the aura boost lower on her. That's good. That's fine. I don't care then. And self boost down. Okay. So that she's just more team oriented. That's good. That's a good change. That's a good change. It's a great change. Ultimate is now more expensive, meaning it won't be used as frequently. This is fine. This character, you know, having a higher ult charge is fine. This ultimate's really annoying, but it's really good in the sense of like you can't, like it forces you to use a support ult every time it's popped. Wanda, the ultimate now gives a temporary HP boost on cast, but quickly decays if interrupted or ended. This is good. This is good. This character sucks. Again, this is one of the situations, don't cope for this character. She had a use case of if Namor was banned, you can now stop dive and you can kill Cloak and Dagger ult or like another support ult. That's it. And she was really easy to knock out of it. So this is fine. 100 bonus HP applied on cast, decays at 50 a second after interrupted. So you get 2 seconds after of having a little bit of bonus HP if you get stunned. This is fine. This is okay. The ultimate is probably still not going to be that good. We'll see. The only way this ultimate ever becomes like actually good is they do what they did for Thor and they like either make it faster or they make it unstunnable, which they shouldn't do either. This is a good change. Honestly, they might even go as far a 125 bonus HP for like whenever she pops it might be better. I don't know. I feel like 100 ultimate charge. This character just there's other parts that are wrong with her other than the ult. The ult is just like this is so garbage. Why would you run it? There's no redeeming factor. Spidey, dude, I saw everybody's fear mongering about this shit. Spider-Man web shooters received a buff decreasing the recharge time. People were like, Spider-Man's gonna get a nerf. This character sucks. This character was so bad last patch. Why are we so worried about it, man? Like, no, this is an okay change though. Web shooters decreasing from 3 seconds to 2.5. Because this character, whenever he didn't have any web slingers, actually could not play. You couldn't do anything. Because you need them to cancel. Otherwise, you're not going to get anything done. So it's a good change. Oh god, this is the big kahuna. Moon Knight. Ultimate ability has received a significant nerf. Not just a small. This is the first time I think we've seen the word significant for something like this, huh? Khonshu's fist speed reduced, corrected the damage logic, removed 75 damage for being in the middle of the spell field. Each fist now does 150 up from 75 damage. So now it falls faster. So it falls faster, and if you're in the middle of the field, you do not take the full 150. Okay. Good. This is a good change. I actually enjoy this quite a bit. This is good because this is really oppressive. It was good for countering 3 support for sure. So I'm hoping that we see some support changes here because I'm seeing a lot of like agency being taken away from the damage and like players about being able to deal with the support. But this ultimate was just straight up not fair for how fast you get it. So I'm fine with this. If they don't want to change the cooldown, they need to make it do less damage. This is a good way to do it. Widow. Black Widow's ultimate has also received a nerf, but her rifle ammo capacity has been increased. His character is okay. This is a bit of an interesting choice, though. Slowdown effect reduced from 80 to 55, so it's not that big of a deal. The damage didn't get nerfed. Rifle capacity 8 to 15. That's a good change. This is a great change, actually. This is a good change. You're actually going to be able to spam shots a lot more often, building more damage, getting your ult faster. Okay. Magik's ultimate cost has been reduced with some tweaks to her abilities. Ultimate cost reduced from 3,700 to 34. Eldritch Whirl normal. Damage reduced from 45 to 40. and the demon got a nerf. This I don't care about so much. 80 seconds to 72 kind of sucks, but let's be realistic here. You're still going to get value out of the demon. It's still going to shred. But I think this is incentivized to just stop you from immediately just killing squishies right whenever they walk into the demon. Because right now, you don't really... Diving with the slash attack, the upward slash currently, like as I've been playing more, feels worse than just dropping a demon behind somebody and then just auto-attacking them one time and they die. So I actually think this is okay. Especially because... in the current sandbox, this character is actually performing quite well in high elo, as far as I know. Like, Magik is doing fine. She's a fine character, and she plays really, really well off a snowball. Eldritch Whirl receiving a damage nerf is definitely weird to me, though. I don't really know about this, but this is a good change. Ultimate cost reduced from 37 to 34 is a good change, because you don't... This ultimate's kind of hard to get if you're not just brawling the entire time. This is a good change. But, I mostly care about this one in the middle, the 45 to 40. I don't know. You should be able to still do the one-shot combo on 250 HP targets. At worst, you have to throw in the slash attack, which, you know, is whatever. I don't particularly care. This is more of going to be a thing for, like, people that are trying to get, like, the big clips and stuff like that for TikTok or whatever because of the one-shot combo. But in my opinion, I wasn't really using the one-shot combo as much as I was earlier in the season because I think it's way more dysfunctional. If you land the projectile throw, you will still land the one-shot. So it just changes the dynamic a bit. And it's definitely going to impact you killing 275 targets more, obviously. So for people wondering, do I think Magik is going to be unplayable? No. This character's fine. She's going to be okay. Stop. Don't, like, dude. Also, while we're on this topic, do I think that she's going to actually lose the 15% damage buff that she has on her, like, seasonal passive? No. My theory for the seasonal buffs, right, the stat passive buffs that we get, is that those are just ways of them being like, hey, we're introducing something to see how it floats, and they can walk it back and tune it down as the game moves forward. I don't actually know if that's going to go away. We all said it was going to last season, and it didn't, so I'm just going to say the proof is in the pudding. This character performs fine. There's no way they neuter this character by just straight up getting rid of it without giving her something different. I'm just going to let you know. But as for this current, like, buff and nerf, it's fine. It's not as bad as people made it out to be. This is not the nuclear bomb that you thought it was. The ultimate cost reduce is actually pretty good. I think you're going to notice this a lot more than you think you will. And the demon damage nerf is like whatever. I care about this a lot less because this one is going to... The one in the middle, Eldritch Whirl, that nerf is going to actually provide me... I'm going to have to test this whenever it comes out and see how bad it feels whenever I get my hands on it. Hela, Soul Drainer ability seems to be getting a slight nerf. Soul Drainer damage fall off at 30 meters, 70% to 80%. I don't care. Nerf this character. This character's annoying. I don't know, whatever. It's a Hela nerf. It's okay. Unconfirmed, though, so we'll see. Do I actually think that this character's in the Hawkeye tier. She's still such a server admin whenever she's not banned. Right now, there's just so many other toxic shit. So many other toxic things in this game that feel really bad to play into, so whatever. Adam, my duo's favorite character. Soul Bond ability received a buff. His primary fire damage has also been increased. Okay, that's fine. I think Adam, right now, currently, other than maybe Jeff the Landshark, is, like, far and away the worst of the support characters. I think Rocket... If people say Rocket is bad, in my personal opinion, as of right now, I think that there's a gap between Adam and Rocket. I think Rocket is the here, and then there's a tier, and then there's Adam. I think that, you know, of the non-ulting characters, it's like him and Jeff are kind of in that same boat. And I understand the point of him, but I feel like buffing him is good. Giving him more of a damage-oriented and then, like, support on the side is a good way of doing this. Healing increased from 10 to 15. Good. That's great. Primary fire increased from 55 to 60, with 60% damage fall off at 40 meters, up from 50%. So he has more fall off, but he has more damage base. So, interesting. He's going to be a lot better at point blank. Or he's going to be better, not a lot, but we'll see. This is a good change, though. Soulbond change is a good one. I like this quite a bit. Cloak and Dagger. The ultimate cost has been increased with a bunch of tweaks and updates to the ability set. Thank you, God! I'm kissing your boots. Let's read. Ultimate cost increased from 3,400 to 4K. That's quite a jump. That is bigger than you think, by the way. This is a lot. You aren't going to see Cloak and Dagger get the 20-second ult anymore. This is really, really good. Dash lanes and fog that heals duration reduced from 10 to 8. So this is going to counteract the issue of when she got the extra ult dash, she just had 15 seconds after all of the ults were used. Like, she just 15 seconds in total. It was disgusting and crazy. Pause reduced. I don't like this. This is stupid. Make her keep this 1 second because it actually allows Magneto to kill her and that allows team play to actually be had. You can't just mindlessly use the Cloak and Dagger ult. Healing effect of dash lanes no longer stacks. Oh, this is a huge change. Never mind. The pause is fine. This is a huge change. So now, for those of you that don't know, before you could actually Cloak and Dagger ult back and forward, and it would allow you to stack the healing from the ultimate. You can no longer do that anymore. That's really, really good. Vulnerability on enemies increased from 20% to 28%. This is a good one, because that ability... I feel like this is an okay change, because I don't think that ability was particularly OP. 8% is quite a jump, though, so that's a bit interesting, but we'll see. Luna Ultimate has been increased from 4K to 4,500, huh? W's in chat. Loki, same thing, 3,400 to 4K. Ammo increased, though, by 2. Okay. That's a good change. Loki ult is really, really strong just because you can take over, you know, Cloak, Luna, any, you know, of the support characters. Seems to me that we're going to see a pattern of, like, these really Omega strong ones just getting a complete buff, like, you know, change to how much they had for their ult charge. Cloak and Dagger already had a remarkably low one by support standards anyway, because I mean, like, her base, the nerf that she got is now Luna Snow's base last patch, right? And now it's at 4,500. These are good changes. This is a good change as well. Mantis bonus HP has been reduced. Ultimate bonus HP reduced from 100 to 75. Whatever. Of the supports, this probably she needed the least amount of changes. Seems like their way of combating triple support is just increasing the amount of time it takes to ult charge, which is, I mean, there's not really a whole lot of else they can do other than making something like, if you have multiple of the same category after 2 support, ults charge slower. So other than roll queue or that thing that I just said, this is a good way of starting to do things. Ult cost increased 4K to 4,300. This is a good change as well. Obviously, super duper good. I'm just a little worried that if we get into the habit of, like, oh, our fix to support characters is the Cloak and Dagger one aside, that one's actually a really, really good nerf. But I think what they're trying to do is see how this floats without Cloak and Dagger being the support. Because albeit, when Cloak and Dagger is not one of the supports on the team, it feels way less oppressive. That character in general was just, it made the quality of life of the game tune down quite a bit. Team up changes. Gamma Unibeam damage nerfed. Okay, so Iron Man buff is fine if this is good enough. Hulk HP gained from being an anchor reduced from 150 to 100. So I wonder how much of this damage nerf is. We will see, but I'm cool with it. Psionic Disc. So this is the one for Psylocke and Black Panther. Teleport time reduced from 5 to 3. That's pretty good. Bonus HP conversion increased from 0.5 to 0.8. Okay, that's fine. Full Moon, new 25 a second healing effect, unconfirmed. So this will be for Moon Knight with Cloak and Dagger. So whenever you pop it down, you, I guess maybe now will get 25 healing a second if you pop it. That's pretty good. Symbiote Bond, skill time reduced from 4 seconds to 1 second. So this is going to help reduce the one-shot random shit that you get for being with Venom as Spider-Man. 50% damage reduction is removed. So now you just don't tank more. Oh. So they get rid of this. Now it's just a second of complete, and you cannot be hurt. This is an interesting change. It feels like they're really wanting you to start running Venom a lot more. I feel like they're trying to push us into that direction. Frozen Chi, this is the one with Luna Snow and Iron Fist. Healing increased from 50 to 75. Okay. Enemy slow effect increased from 20 to 30. That's a kind of a crazy one. Okay. Okay. What are my opinions on the nerfs? The big elephant in the room for my channel is a Magik. Do I think this is going to kill the character? Not even close. Do I think that this is going to make her a little bit weirder to play? I feel like she's gonna be less linear, and you're gonna actually have to work a little bit harder for some of your stuff, which is fine because I feel like this character already gets a lot of stray kills. But I think the biggest I think the biggest push that they're trying to do here is when your team is ahead and you're playing Magic, this feels like the most oppressive, annoying character in the game to play against. Well, like call us like let's call a spade a spade. When this character is winning, this character wins hard, but when they lose pretty not gracefully. So I think what they're trying to do is allow for the ultimate to come up more often for kind of these counterplays, but these are less oppressive as a side piece, right? So now you're not just like rolling over a team every time, like if your team has just got all this momentum, but now you actually have a little bit more room to make a counter, like a counter play or a big hero play with this kind of thing. As for the other nerfs, the Iron Man change, the buff, if we have to see how big the nerf is to the Hulk Gamma buff, but I'm fine with this. The Hawkeye change is ridiculous. I hate this character. I don't want buffs for this character ever. I actually really appreciate the storm buffs or the storm nerfs. I think changing this to be more of a utility ability is the perfect way because now you're getting rid of something, but the transaction is better because now your team is buffed. Making other people good will always have a spot at the table in a game like this. So this is a good change. This is great. Um what else stands out to me? The support nerfs, the cloak and dagger one is like a 1-to-1. This is everything that I ever wanted. Um maybe without terror, I could do without the terror cape, but everything else I'm actually fine with here. Like this is fine. 3400 to 4K is pretty big, and then like these things. This one, dash lane, the healing effect of dash lane no longer stacks is like the single biggest nerf in this entire list. So that's great. That's a good one. And then the support's getting nerfed is obviously great. But yeah. So let me know your guys' thoughts. I think that this is a pretty okay thing. Bucky not getting a nerf as a Magic player kind of sucks, but I don't really give a shit about that right now. Overall, I think this was a fine change. I feel like this was pretty good. Remember, if you guys enjoyed this video, make sure you go like and subscribe and show some love down below. I appreciate it, and have a good one. See you later, and bye bye.